Hello guys, this is yet another time. I'm back again after a very long time. I've really not been able to be as consistent as possible, which is our new resolution this year. And I just thought to myself, what is going to be, can we have a small discussion today? Could we talk about something today? And it is something that I have gone through from my own personal experience, which would be really nice to share. It might really help someone out there. And it is young motherhood. So, this is only for mothers. So, if you relate, please stay and watch the video till the end. So, my name is yet again Rose. I am 27 and I am a growing YouTuber, let's say YouTuber or a content creator. I'm really trying to be consistent as possible and see how far we can go with this channel. And the goal is really to have fun, to share, and to really be ourselves and authentic here. So currently I'm definitely in my late 20s, but I became a mom in my early 20s. Yeah. So, and if there's something that is really not spoken about enough, probably it is, but I feel like it's not emphasized enough. It's just motherhood in your early 20s, or there are people who have really maneuvered very well around it, but it's not easy, especially in all dynamics. Pregnancy can be really overwhelming. It really doesn't matter if you're in your 20s or in your 30s, in your 40s. It can be really, it takes a toll on you emotionally, physically, mentally, financially, socially, in all aspects. Pregnancy really takes a toll on quite a lot of people. And so you can imagine what it's like when you're really young, when you really don't know what to expect, you really don't know how to maneuver around it, and you're even not prepared mentally, financially, physically, in how it's really overwhelming. I personally had my daughter when I was 20. I got pregnant when I was 22, and I had her, so I had her around when I was 22, and I love my daughter with all my heart. I really love her so much. But I cannot emphasize enough on that kind of experience I had throughout, especially in the beginning. It was bad due to all the morning sicknesses, the vomiting, the nausea, the lack of appetite. Talk of very many complications that comes with pregnancy. And then when it's an oops pregnancy, you have not even given yourself a chance to prepare enough. When I talk about preparing enough, is people who have really planned for long term, for a quite long time, planning to have a baby. You know what it takes to take your supplements, to really prepare, to do your blood work, to know that everything is fine. And so when you're already getting pregnant and you're realizing when you're almost in your second transformation, in almost towards the end of the first trimester, and now you're approaching the second trimester, and maybe it has not yet sunk in that, oh my God, I'm about to be a mom. First of all, for me, it was so overwhelming because I don't know, because growing as the only child really made me take time to really adjust and just know, okay, I'm going to be a mom. There'll be a little human being who's going to be looking up to me, and I don't know. It takes a lot of learning, even as it's not even enough during pregnancy, because you go as you learn. Even after giving birth, you learn everything. I changed diapers before, so I was quite familiar with really babysitting and taking care of kids. But just being there for a human that you can this person is yours forever. This person is looking and relying on you forever. Breastfeeding for the first time, having never been sijai kwa situation kama here, you know. And then now you really have to change how your way of doing things. If it was about me, now I used to only think about what I need. It's only buying myself, you know. I was putting myself first. Now there's another little human being that you actually need to put first, you know. So the issue of being self-centered and being committed to really being a good mom, because I also really prayed a lot, and I really wanted to be a good mom, and I really, something that I really even put my effort till now, and I really want to my daughter to know that this is my mother. I can always rely on her for as long as I need her. She can always look up to me. I can always be there for her. And so going forth, I was already in my second trimester by this time I was realizing it. I was towards the beginning of the second trimester, and I was like, okay, cool. So my only fear was, at this point, I was very nervous about how everyone is going to take it. I was very nervous about what everyone is going to think. And I was like, okay, it's already here. There's no going back, you know. There's no going back. It's now going forward and really figuring out, okay, I have to be a mom. I really have to up my game. I really have to do better. I really have to be more responsible, you know. This is a child. This is a lifetime thing. So I let my mom know. And my mom was very, very, if there's someone I'm really grateful for, is my mother. She really, really stood by me. I actually didn't expect that. She really embraced me at this point, because I was just fresh so when I finished school, I was in college. I finished school around in 2016. I finished school, yes, it was around 2018. Sorry, I finished school in 2018. I stayed after school I stayed outside school for a whole year, figuring out and everything. And then in 2020, I landed myself a job in Dubai. So I worked for Dubai, and COVID strike. After 12 months of working, I went back to Kenya. And during this period when it was Corona, there was no jobs, a lot was going on. Home to Kenya, and it's in the middle of COVID. I had taken hospitality, so at this time, restaurants and hotels were closed. There was literally, it was very hard. So many hotels only held a few employees, if not many. Almost a lot. Everyone lost their jobs during this time, especially people who were working in the hospitality industry. It was quite very hard. So I was lucky enough to land myself a job in a restaurant, and I worked. And after a few months, that is when I realized I was pregnant. So coincidentally, we were laid over. Quite a number of people were laid over due to also COVID. There came a second wave that was really, really tough, and there was lockdown and everything happened. So yeah, we are now like embracing the pregnancy. My mom is aware. And now I'm thinking, okay, what is going to happen? So I pushed forth positively. It was not hard. It was not easy. It was, I don't know. I never felt myself at this point. I never felt like myself. I'm not someone who really embraced or really was very open or even thinking or really wearing the shoe about being mentally healthy, or even knowing, am I actually good at this point? Am I good with myself? But now it reached a point and I realized I'm not okay. Those in the emotional ups and downs, the crying spells. Kindly comment if you are a mom and it was your first pregnancy, or even whichever number of pregnancies you had. Tell me about crying spells, because it's real. It's terrible, and you never know when it's kicking in. You're just fine, and then the next minute you're sad and crying, and it gets so overwhelming, and you can't control it because you don't realize it. Haujui kama sahi nitakuwa poa, and then the next minute kitu tu imekubo and you're really crying, and then there's an amount of self-pity that comes with it that I don't know if that is usual. And once months went by, it was all fine, and finally after December, now that is on the 18th of December 2021, I welcomed my baby, and it was so beautiful. It was not as I underestimated it, but it was quite something. It was quite hard, and the baby came, and it was such an wonderful experience meeting this little human who was living inside you for 9 months, and now you have to take care of them. You really have to step in. Lack of sleep, you don't even have to time to even take care of yourself, really. And really, the first few months, I must say, the first 2 months, 2 months postpartum, it has to be really the hardest part. According to me, that has really to be the hardest part. You have to really stay awake at night, and between balancing and breastfeeding and all this, which at the end of the day is a really is a huge blessing, and I'm so grateful. And the purpose of this video is to encourage a young person out there, someone who you probably discovered you're pregnant right now, and you don't know where to start. You probably figured out that, oh my God, I'm going to be a mom, and you don't know where to start. It's going to be fine. It's really going to be fine. It's going to work out for your good. It's not easy. Like, find the right support system. Your parents, your sibling, your I don't know, relatives, auntie, or whoever. It's not easy, honestly, maneuvering. And I have so much respect, especially when I see like young moms on social media. Someone is really handling this whole situation of pregnancy on their own, and they go for delivery and they come back and they're handling it on their own. I really have so much respect, because how do you do it? How do you even manage it? It's not easy. It's really not easy. I have really to emphasize that. And to every little young girl out there, and I know, because probably there's someone who did there's someone who's got their results when they're still pregnant. There's someone who was approaching to join school and they realize they're pregnant, and sometimes it may feel disappointing. It may feel like you failed the people who supported you. It might feel like you failed your parents. It might feel like you failed your guardians. It might feel like you failed your sponsors, but it's not the end of the world. Brace yourself up, clean up your face, look at yourself in the mirror, and tell yourself, I am going to do it. And tell yourself, I have all it takes to actually do it. And there's so much time. That baby is not going to be a baby forever. That little toddler that you're still breastfeeding is not going to be a toddler forever. They grow, they go to school, and you're going to maneuver. You're going to manage to go back to school. You're going to manage to go back to work. You're going to manage to pick yourself up together, and everything is going to be fine. I know sometimes it's not easy, especially financially, around all the dynamics of taking care of a child. A lot comes with a lot. They expect a lot. They need a lot. This is a totally new person in this world. They expect a lot. They will take a lot from you, but it's going to be fine. Everything is going to fall in place. And looking back, I am so proud of myself. I am so contented that, oh my God, when I look at my daughter and I look at how far it has been, I am so proud. And you can always manage it. I'm not the first person to have gone through this. You're not going to be the first, nor are you going to be the last. Kila kitu itakuwa sawa. Na kama we ni mtu umemaliza shule, kama we ni mtu unaenda kujoin uni, na umerealize uko na mimba, please usijichukie. Usifeel ni kama umejifeel. Kila kitu itakuwa sawa. Take one day at a time. Also pray, tell God to hold your hand through the process, and may that child be your motivation. By the time you're holding your degree, you'll be holding your child at the same time. And that child will see you make it which has to be the most beautiful thing that one can ever experience. You're going to get that promotion, you're going to get that huge job, and your child is going to be really, really happy, blessed and proud, and it's usually a very hard time because it comes with a lot of backlash, it comes with a lot of separation, and I don't know, because especially in villages where ukishapata mimba, people are going to have so many opinions. Honestly, someone is going to think, oh, it's a blessing, it's happy that she kept the pregnancy, it's a nice thing that she actually decided to become a mom and give her child her prime years, when you're so energetic, when you're still so smart, when you're still so capable, when you still have all that it takes to really give your daughter or son the best life. And we have so many kids that go through, people become suicidal due to what people think and what people say. People hate themselves. People lack motivation to move on with life. We've seen people who are really good before kids and things really took a toll on them and took the wrong direction afterwards. But all in all, I think remaining positive and really telling yourself, okay, this is not the end of my journey, everything is going to fall in place. That is really what is important, and looking at who supports you and really ignoring who is not for you, because at the end of the day, it's not everyone who's going to rub your back and tell you everything is going to be fine. There's going to be people who will support you, and there's going to be people who really, really honestly do not care. And I am so happy to having shared this message with someone out there. Even if it's just one person, I am sure it's really, really going to be something of huge impact to a 20-year-old out there, to a 22-year-old, 19, 18. It's not the end of the world. I'm going to tell you for sure. It's not the end of the world. In fact, it gets even better after. Take it positively, take it in a nice way, embrace it, and motherhood is a blessing. Motherhood is not a curse. Motherhood is not a wound. It's not an illness that is going to stick forever. It comes with pride. It comes with a lot of difficulties, a lot of hardships, but it comes with a lot of pride. And all mothers can agree with me, motherhood is the best thing that could ever happen to any woman herself into knowing that bringing this child into this world is not the end of the journey. I am so happy, and this is yet another year. Consistency number one. We are really going to be more consistent. More interesting videos are coming. Suggest to me in the comment section, what more would you like us to talk about? Should we have more videos where we are exploring, or more where we are just sitting and talking and have interesting topics? Really engage with me, and I will really appreciate. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching the video. Please leave a like, ring the bell button so that you can be notified whenever I post anything. Share if you find this information and this message or this video really informative. It can be helpful to you, your sister, your auntie, your cousin, your daughter, anyone who is someone who's likely to be in this place of really motherhood. This is something that can come at whichever time. Let's talk about it more, and let's talk about it in a more positive way. Let's encourage young girls out there, and it's going to be a better world. Thank you so much, my people, for watching my video. Until we meet again, goodbye.